So the walking distance isn't too bad here. I'm actually down by Veterans Park here in Milwaukee. Kind of a, I guess I would call it a community fishing spot, but pretty much enter up here, you park up in that parking lot, and about a football field, walk out, so really short walk. And for an old guy like me that's kind of out of shape and not used to hoofing a sled out anymore, not a bad walk at all. It's only about a couple inches of snow on the ice. The ice is actually about a foot thick, so a lot of ice out here. But this is the outside of my 360 C360 clam. Got my Jiffy auger, 10-inch. Not real popular now with all the lithium augers. It sounds like a Harley Davidson on the ice, but I'm old school yet. But I'm going to take you over to my clam predator hook snapping setup here. Very similar to the HT setup, but a little different trigger system on this, but essentially the same setup. I got my ice stopper there, and then got my slack line bobber. I got a little bigger bobber on this one because I'm running a shiner minnow or a roach, but yeah, still real durable setup. I love both of them, both the HT snappers and the Predator here. But I sold my automatic Fisherman's when I moved to Arizona, so I'm slowly getting my ice gear stocked up again. But all set up and ready to go. Just waiting on the trout to start snapping. Finally made it out here in Milwaukee. Got my snappers set up. Got one clam predator hook snapper set up out here on the ice. My wife and I spent yesterday working on our house here in Wisconsin, so my first day actually getting out fishing. So real comfortable today. Little bit of wind, but it's above freezing. So it's pretty much a gift this time of year. The wind isn't too bad, but I got my two setups out here, ready to go. Just trying to see if the fish are going to cooperate. I stopped at a couple other spots, quite a few guys out fishing today. I didn't see anybody running for lines or running for fish yet. So, but, saying some fishing prayers, and hopefully the action picks up here. So I'm in my smaller, I would call it a two-man. You can probably fit 3 guys in here, but this is one of my smaller clam shelters. Got a smaller portable heater, more than enough heat in here. If I had the door closed, it would heat up pretty quick in here. But pretty mild day. But you can see the Milwaukee skyline out there just outside of the shelter, and I got one line out there. I don't know if you can see it, can't really see it, but I got one right out here. Usually set them up off the piers. The trout usually like to cruise up and around those piers, and try to stay away from those poles there, but around the pier here it's not too bad. But I got 3 lines out. I got 1 shiner out and 2 spawn sacks, but been out for about an hour and a half. And the guy over here next to me, looks like he got out here a little earlier, but he hasn't been running for any lines yet. But yeah, pretty much a beautiful day for early February in Wisconsin. So, but nice and comfortable. I got one other shelter. It's a 6 to 8 man. It's huge compared to this one, but these little shelters are great for running 2 to 3 guide trips. So hopefully I'll have some fish soon. I have my smaller clam CH 4200 portable heater. Perfect size for these smaller 2 to 3 man shelters. But yeah, keeping it nice and warm in here. I wanted to kind of show you the HT snapper setup here. I did a video on YouTube, my YouTube channel, on how to set these up, but wanted to kind of show you on the ice how it's set up. But this bobber here is actually a slackline bobber. So how that works is when the fish takes the bait and starts running with the bait, that's kind of a pre-flag, I would call it. That bobber's going to come up towards the rod. As soon as it hits the rod, that line goes tight, and it sets that hook the hook setter off. And that looks like a slip bobber in there. That's actually for when it's sub-zero or sub-freezing. You run a solution in there, essentially glycol, and it keeps your line free. So the hole may freeze around that. It's called an ice stopper, but the hole may freeze around that, but your line still moves freely through that. So kind of a neat invention. Wish I would have thought of it. But yeah, that's my HT snapper here, but set up right off this dock, and about 10 feet of water here. Got the spawn sack about 3 feet off the bottom. So I try to stagger my depth just to cover the water column a little more. But so that's my HT snapper there.